Okay. Y'all know I'm always late. I had to reboot my computer. Can you guys see and hear me? I always look so confused when I start my streams. Can everybody see me? Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, we got some trolls in here. All right. Hey, you guys. Hey. I had to reboot my computer. Um, let's hope this stream goes through without a hitch, okay? Can you guys hear me? Everybody can hear, everybody can see me. How y'all doing? Okay, good, good. I'm sorry I'm late. I wanted to make sure everything was up and running here. Give me just a second. Okay, we have quite a few people in here. That's what's up. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I wanted to come on and do a live stream tonight just because Sunday's stream was so like up and down and choppy and it was so much mess going on. And they stated that everybody's stream Sunday was being affected. It wasn't just mine. So yeah, it's been crazy. I didn't come on here to talk about Trump, but I will say this because I posted this on Instagram. I was basically watching the impeachment hearing as I'm eating my damn poke bowl. So I was recording it and showing you guys, like, yo, they just impeached Trump. So of course you always gotta have the people who gotta be the smartest ones in the room. He's not impeached. It still has to go through the Senate. Yes, we understand that. But that doesn't negate that Congress just impeached him, okay? Yes, it still has to go through the Senate. We understand that the Republicans right now are the ones holding the Senate. And most likely, you know what I'm saying, he may or may not truly be removed. But right now, it's a waiting game. Nobody actually knows what's going to happen. People are just speculating. So let us enjoy our little moment, okay? Without you Trump supporters coming through in y'all's feelings, going off on me. Like I said, I'm not either way. It's not like the vice president is any better, but it just shows you how narcissistic Trump is. He's not going to pull a Richard Nixon and just bow out gracefully. He's just going to sit there and not bring any evidence. He's not going to argue with these people back and forth. He's just going to sit there and watch it play out and then once again play victim. So he's definitely not going to be, humble about the situation. Trust and believe that. And I also feel like if he does get impeached, he's going to take a lot of people down with him because he's a narcissist. So, that's why a lot of people are nervous to really speak up against Trump, especially those in the Republican Party, because damn well he's going to try and take everyone down with him if he has to go. I'm just sitting here sipping my tea, honey. Amissa Webster says, Jay, I finally made your live. Love you, T. Love you too. And thank you so much for the super chat. So we have a lot of people in here tonight. And at the end of the day, yes, we have Trump supporters in here. You got some people, Trump 2020, other people who don't like Trump. That's politics. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the right to get behind who they want to get behind. It's not my job to change anybody's mind, nor is it my job to judge anybody. All I was doing was posting what the hell was on CNN. Why did I get attacked? Okay, I wasn't posting anything untrue. Damn, y'all act like I said, oh, Trump has been handcuffed and left off the damn Congress room floor. Like, that's not what I said, so it's all good. Y'all like the hair? I'm still wearing the short hair. I love it. I'm having fun with it. So, anyways, besides Trump, because, what I'm saying, I didn't want to make this a whole Trump thing, right? I wanted to talk about the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. Since we've been doing this, you guys, I did a whole Dragon Ball T episode from the time he was arrested. I've been covering the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation like none other, right? So today we finally got the verdict down. Now, the lawyer, that one guy, I don't know if he's like Pakistani or something, very handsome guy. The lawyers for work, he's been sworn up and down that Tekashi 6ix9ine would be getting out today. He'd be out in time for Christmas. He'd only serve, the time that he already had served. That he was going to be literally walking out the prison doors today. And Tekashi 6ix9ine and that lawyer got a rude awakening. The judge, Peter Engelmeyer, whatever his name is, basically stated that he's going to give Tekashi 6ix9ine 2 years. He says why he feels like his testimony was the best ever as far as snitches are concerned. You know, and he basically told about crimes that the judge and the court didn't even know about. He was able to get a lot of black men arrested and off the streets and got them double digits. But all in all, the judge still gave Tekashi 6ix9ine 2 years, which you already know, being that he's already done 13 months. He'll probably be out in 10 months, okay? So a lot of people are definitely feeling some type of way because he was looking at 37 years and he got away with 2. Now, one thing that I noticed at the judge, because I have read the whole report, the judge basically called out 6ix9ine. He basically peeped 6ix9ine's game. 6ix9ine was trying to act like, you know, like he was this brainwashed young kid. He was basically pressured by the gang and everything else. And the judge basically said, no, you also benefited from this gang. Yes, the gang benefited from you because of your high profile, because you were giving them money, but you also benefited. A lot of these shootings that this gang was involved in, they were only involved in them because of 6ix9ine. Even Shotty said, you know, before 6ix9ine, he never had to walk around with, like, you know, a semi-automatic weapon. Like, he had to stay strapped because of all the beef that 6ix9ine was creating. So the judge reminded him, at the end of the day, you were just as complicit in this as anybody else. You're not going to sit here and try and play victim. But the thing that bothers me with that is that while the judge was chastising him for the things he was involved in, like trying to get Trippie Redd shot, trying to get Chief Keef shot, Casanova, while he chastised him for that, and also made a point that there were innocent people who were shot because of this. There was a woman who was shot in her foot, other people who were attacked at the Barclays Center. So there was plenty of victims in his wake. But to me, that doesn't mean shit if you only give him 2 years. At the end of the day, what was the point of this long-ass speech? You still only gave him 2 years. He still walked away with a 2-year sentence. That is the sweetest deal I've ever seen. And then on top of that, when he gets out, he's looking at getting a record deal. So he'll be dropping new music. So, I mean, it's insane. It's like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Yes, somebody was shot in the foot. His career is not over. People are still going to support him. He has a pretty strong fan base, and people just like drama and fuckery. You know, unfortunately, that's the type of stuff that sells. I mean, you have, who is that, HBO or Showtime, one of the two, they're getting ready to do a documentary on him. So they're going to have to cut him a check. You can't just do a documentary on somebody and not pay them because they're using his likeness and his story. So he'll get money from that documentary. 50 Cent is trying to come up with his own, 6ix9ine documentary, so he'll get a bag from that. So this dude is basically being rewarded for bullshit behavior. I know all them dudes who ran with him, who thought life was sweet, honey, grown-ass black men, my age and older, running behind this young Mexican kid. They're all doing double digits. I know every last one of them had the Arthur fist, bitch. They were in their jail cell like, why you little? I know it's not funny, but this is why you have to stand for something or fall for the bullshit. Period, point blank. They were on their jail cells like Arthur. Fists just, because ain't shit else they can do. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine gets out in 10 months. Y'all look silly. Y'all doing more time than y'all's kids done lived. By the time some of these dudes get out, their kids going to be grown, off to college and everything else. Meanwhile, he gets out in a little bit of time. The irony. Y'all laughing? Tell me they wasn't in the jail cell with the damn Arthur fist. You know they ain't they damn feelings, because I was in my feelings for him. Like, I know Shotty is sick right now. I know the damn godfather of 9 Trey, I forget his name, honey. Y'all write it in the comments. I know he's sick right now. They gave his ass 17 damn years and didn't blink twice. It's crazy. The dude who shot the light-skinned old man who was gossiping and running his mouth on YouTube, I forget his name. Put his name in the comments. The dude who shot him in the back of the head and he survived, even the dude who shot him got 20 years, okay? 6ix9ine done greenlighted all these hits on people, could have killed them, could have killed innocent people, and he got 2 years. So all that mushmouth shit the judge was saying, I don't want to hear it. Because you could have gave him more time if you really wanted to. But again, he snitched, so, he cut his deal. Let's see here. We got some super chats. Rain Reload said he actually only got 11 months because the 13 months served, so he could be out next year. Yep, he's definitely going to get out in 2020. He definitely will. Cutie Tag 2012 says, I'm so grateful to finally catch your live chat. I love your channel, sis. Watch all your videos, always accurate information and truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You know, at the end of the day, it just goes to show you how, you know, how just corrupt the judicial system is. They've been watching these guys for years. You know, 6ix9ine was the cherry on top. And like I've been saying, who's to say he wasn't some type of plant from day one, you know, to bring down that gang? Because he really walked away with the sweet deal because he was just as guilty as everybody else. I mean, you got people who were arrested and charged for like drug trafficking with 9 Trey and doing other things. And they all got, you know what I'm saying, at least 7 years plus. So for him to just be walking away, you know, they sentenced him to 2, but he's definitely not going to do 2. You know, he needs to count his blessings. So now another person's trying to be an attention whore off of this situation. Now his daddy, who should have been in his damn life, who chose not to be, he appeared at court today. Got the nerve to be doing press interviews and all that shit. I'm like, had you been in your child's life, he probably wouldn't be in this situation. Now, a lot of people were like, well, damn, the dead has arisen. Wrong father. The one who was shot and killed years ago, that was his stepdaddy, okay? I don't know, like, social media just tends to be slow. People are like, is his dad a ghost? I thought his dad died. Obviously, it's 2 different men. Come on now. Common sense. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play you guys this clip. Y'all go ahead and check this out.
I want to see my son.
You haven't seen him in so many years.
Since
Why,
he was
why
8
today?
years old.
Why today?
Today because I saw her, the people in the phone, and she's supposed to show up in the 18th. That's why I kissed the teeth.
If you were given a chance to speak today, what were you going to say?
I love him so much that I miss you.
How did you find out about his criminal issues?
What you mean?
How did you find out about it?
How I found out about
Yeah.
it? It's all over the news.
What do you have to say about why you were absent from his life?
Well, I was in prison. I got out. Before I went to prison, I had a contact with him. But then I went to prison. Then after I got out.
Are you going to be present when he comes out? Are you going to be a part
Oh,
of his
hell yeah.
out?
Hell yeah. Yes.
You guys back it up, please. We have a good path. What's your name?
You can't block the steps.
What's your name?
Daniel Hernandez.
Everybody step back, please.
Yeah, I gotta go get my phone.
Do you feel like he should forgive you?
Huh?
Do you feel like he should forgive you
Forgive me for what?
for not being there? He seemed upset by it.
It's not his fault. It's not my fault. He's in there. You know what I mean? Because there, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Outside, you know they're gonna try to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Because all the stuff that he was saying, you know, blah, 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 blah. You guys know what it is. I don't have to explain.
I mean, you know, of course. I mean, it's a scary situation.
It's his kid situation. He's a target. He's a target.
How much do you think
And
he's
then he
responsible
cannot
for
hide. Because his face, his tattoos, 6ix9ine.
How much do you think he's responsible for
What do
this?
you think about your son's
I
tattoos?
don't think,
What do you think about his tattoos?
I like him.
Is he responsible for this?
I got tattoos too, but I don't got no 6ix9ine.
Did he do this to himself?
But I feel glad.
Yo, I'm dying reading y'all's comments about his dad. Y'all are dragging Tekashi 6ix9ine's daddy, honey, and I'm here for it, okay? First and foremost, sir, we haven't seen you. Well, hell, not really we, but Daniel has not seen you since he was damn 9 years old. Then you come strolling trying to be an attention whore, you know what I'm saying, and trying to jump on camera and be known. What's your name, sir? Daniel Hernandez? Happy as hell to let the whole world know that you're, you know what I'm saying, 6ix9ine's deadbeat dad. That's exactly what he is. And on top of that, of course, you know his baby mama, honey. She ran her ass to TMZ. She had a lot to say. I'm not going to play her clip, but she was also talking to TMZ saying that basically Danny has not spoken to her or his daughter in close to a year. And they were Danny's brother was trying to get the daughter to bring her to court, you know, for like more sympathy and brownie points. So you're going to see this entire family being able to eat off this situation. Not only 6ix9ine, but the baby mama, who should also be in hiding, but, you know, whatever. She'll be eating off of this. He'll be eating off of this. His brother, his daddy, because I'm sure now that we all know who his dad is, he'll be going on a hobo press tour, you know what I'm saying, to talk about his rough life in jail and how he wasn't able to be a father to Danny, but now he promises to do the right thing in 2020 and all that mush mouth bullshit, okay? I could have done without an interview from the father, period, point blank. Anyways, let me go ahead and read this super chat. Daenerys says, hey T, just wanted to send you some love and positivity. I swear I watch your channel more than I watch the news. Keep going strong. Can't wait for the skincare to launch. Thank you so much. And yesterday, me, my son, and his friend, we packed up everything, put it in a cargo van, got all the jars, bottles over to the manufacturing. So we drove over there yesterday, so they start production this week. I'm super excited, and I hope y'all support my skin and hair care line the same way y'all supported Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson's Conspiracy Palette, the same way y'all support any damn thing that Kylie Jenner puts out. Please support my line once it drops. I'm really, really excited, and I have a lot of people on board who just really want to support it and who are just really proud of me. So thank you so much. I would definitely keep you guys posted. So yeah, I mean, it's insane, all this stuff that's going on. And like I said, I just feel like, you know, the irony that these guys got involved with this kid looking for clout, because again, clout is a hell of a drug. If it wasn't for 6ix9ine, Shotty would not have been on Love and Hip Hop New York. Okay, let's keep that real. So a lot of them were, you know, trying to attach themselves to him, only now to find themselves in prison doing real time. So, you know, these are just some of the consequences. And unfortunately, he's going to get he's going to be able to slide by. And people are saying, well, who's going to buy his music? He's a snitch. Trust me. All that is just internet talk. People are still going to support him. And that's the saddest part of all this. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for your skincare and hair care line, skin and hair goals. Thank you. I appreciate it. T, why you always be saying mush mouth? That word cracks me up. I got that word from, you know, when you like watch people who try and act like they're just so conscious and they're just so woke and they just talk so much it just starts to sound like a bunch of mush. That's where I got that from watching certain people in the conscious community and all their mush mouth bullshit. So that's where I got that word from. And that's how I felt watching Tekashi 6ix9ine's dad. All he was doing was saying a bunch of mush mouth bullshit. That's all the judge was saying as well, because their actions prove otherwise, okay? So that's what that really irritated me with that whole situation. That just pissed me off. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to blame him for what grown men chose to participate in, because Danny or 6ix9ine, whatever you want to call him, he's 22 years old. These men were literally in their late 30s, damn near 40. I think what is the Godfather's name? Jamal or something like that? The Godfather of 9 Trey, the one that was running around with Jim Jones. These men are in their 40s. But again, clout is a hell of a drug. And now they found themselves doing real time. Miss K Brown Beauty, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see here. I don't know how true that is. Y'all know the government got a lot of mess going on. We got a lot of comments in here. We got a lot of people in here tonight. I mean, there's no reaction. I'm proud of Mariah Carey. But I'm not going to do a whole video because All I Want for Christmas hit #1 on the Billboard. I'm surprised it hadn't hit #1 sooner. That kind of surprised me, but I listen to it every year. That's the song. Thank you, Mel Murder. That's his name, Mel Murder. You know, that man, what, they gave him like 17 years? You know, so that whole situation's a mess. Now, real quick. Now, y'all see Jim Jones's ass is back on Love and Hip Hop New York. Now, I watched the first episode. I guess it was an hour-long episode or it was 2 episodes. I don't know. But I watched the full thing the other day. I'm just not feeling Chrissy. I just feel like, you know, the checks are running out. Y'all are struggling for money. Y'all are struggling for relevance. And that's why she's back on Love and Hip Hop. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like her trying to come on there and punk Yandy and act like Yandy needs to be, you know, go back to being who she was 8 years ago is silly. What it is that Chrissy and Jim Jones thought that they made Love and Hip Hop. They thought that once they left, the show would crumble. And all the show did was basically pop even more once they left. And Yandy became the face of Love and Hip Hop New York. And Jim and Chrissy definitely feel away, hence why they're back. Mello G says, hey T, I've been watching you since 2012. Love you, girl. Don't bend, don't fold. I'm T-Way. Hey, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yes, it's the truth. Like, I don't need Chrissy and Jim Jones on the show. They bored me 8 years ago, and they're boring me now. And I don't understand what's up with Kimbella being just so two-faced. If you don't like Yandy, just don't fool with her. Like, I don't understand, like, why the fakeness of trying to be in her face and trying to act like you guys are reconciling. And then every chance she gets, she's throwing shade at Yandy. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Essence Buckingham says, T, I love your channel so much. The era we live in, 6'9" will be fine. It's my birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday, sweetie. And you're definitely right. You know, we live in an era where that's the stuff that people support. They claim they don't want that type of mess. They claim, you know what I'm saying, to be about that street life. But 6'9" will be fine. Trust and believe. He'll be just fine. And that's the sad part. Yeah, I'm not feeling the whole Chrissy, Yandy, Kimbella triangle. It's just a bit too much. And I just feel like Chrissy has just brought back a bunch of just negative energy, you know, and she's not happy. Out of everybody, she was the first one, you know, trying to do this whole marriage storyline. Funny how she still has not gotten married to Jim Jones. Even Jules Santana got married, okay? Even he put a damn ring on it. He only did it because he was going to jail and he wanted conjugal visits. But that's a whole nother story. At least him and Kimbella finally got married. Yandy and Mendices, I think they're married, but then I remember they were saying that they didn't file the paperwork, so who damn knows. But the whole situation's a hot mess. And then the whole Sin Santana and Tahiri, I'm going to just play this season by ear. But I feel like this season's going to get on my nerves. I'm probably going to tune out by like the 4th or 5th episode. Because Safari and Erica, they're annoying me as well. And the show just started. Let's see here. Miss K Brown Beauty says, hey, beautiful. Been watching you for years. You're my favorite YouTuber. I love how you keep it real and keep your integrity at the same time. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's paid off, honey. You see other people falling off. Boom. We still here. Okay? It's about that positive energy. Little Eyed, thank you so much for the $4.99. I appreciate it. The Bernice show. Oh, no, the Brandish show. Sorry. Why are these almost 50-year-olds still up to this? I don't know. Because they are. They're very, very grown. I just don't get it. You know, I always feel like you shouldn't have to go backwards in life. And the fact that she's having to go crawling back to Love and Hip Hop New York is sad. And the fact that she thinks she can just come in and take over and try and punk Yandy is even sadder. And Yandy better stay 10 toes down. Now, I'm not saying Yandy's perfect. You know, she's done stuff over the years to irritate me. But I will say that Yandy is really active in the community and she's really putting in work. She's really about that life when it comes to putting in work for like prison reform and all types of stuff. Probably because her man's in prison. But either way, she's on the ground, you know what I'm saying, doing what she has to do. So I just feel like, you know, Kimbella and her negative energy and Chrissy and her negative energy, it's just not needed. They both got on my nerves and the show just started, literally. Okay, so somebody says, Michi says, I love that Chrissy's back. She looks amazing. Black don't crack. The issues on New York Love and Hip Hop are real issues. They're real issues, but I just still think she's messy. Just my opinion. Sin Santana said about black guys cater to Spanish girls was very smug and arrogant. Her Dominican snatch didn't stop Joe Budden from mistreating her. Facts. The facts. You know, and that's the problem is like a lot of these girls, especially like on IG, they get really gassed up. Look at the whole, oh, and the girl, what's her, Lyra? I don't know how you pronounce that shit. I kept calling her Layla. I keep telling y'all, when I shoot videos, I'm talking, I'm giving my opinion. If I mispronounce a name, I don't give a shit. I'm not going back to record nothing or fix nothing. Y'all know who the hell I'm damn talking about, okay? So yeah, I kept calling her Leela Galore because that shit's confusing. And then people saying it's Lyra Galore. I don't know how you pronounce that shit. But the point is this, okay? She's another one. People look at these Instagram models, they look at these, you know, girls on social media, and they feel like they have the perfect world. They're around all these celebrity men, and in the long run, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. She's claiming, you know, P's whooping her ass and doing all this stuff to her. I don't really believe it, though, because, again, she's trying to get a $15 million bag as opposed to going to the police and actually pressing charges. But she's claiming that that's what's happening to her. Then you see all this stuff on Love and Hip Hop. So a lot of them, they put on a facade and they try to make it look like, you know, they're that girl and everybody wants them. And, you know, but look what Sin is going through. She can't stop crying every other episode. You know, so again, I never look at any of these people as relationship goals. Hold up. Let's see here. Your skin is glowing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Somebody says, screw Lyra anyways. It's Lyra. See? Somebody's writing Lyra. Somebody else is writing Lyra. Y'all are breaking the pronunciations down 4 different ways. So how y'all expect me to know how to pronounce that shit? I'm not worried about it at all. Y'all not stay mispronouncing names, honey. And it don't be on purpose. It's just how it comes out, shit. I'm like, oh, well, y'all know who I'm talking about. I will not go back and record everything I just said. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead. I want to talk to you guys because I've been on now for like 30 minutes. I don't want to make this stream longer than an hour. I'm hearing that too, Nikki. Nikki's saying, I heard that Sin and Joe did this as a publicity stunt. I'm hearing that too. But I'm just going to sit back, sip my tea, and watch how it plays out. But I'm definitely hearing that as well. Because Tahiri was definitely in her feelings on social media, honey. Magnetic Source says, have you heard about the University of Phoenix? Something about refunding? No, what happened to the University of Phoenix? I know a lot of people who went there. What they refunding back? Tuition? I haven't heard about that, honey. Travis Timones, love you, T. I love you, too. Thank you. Somebody called her cokehead galore. I'm not fooling with y'all. I'm not fooling with y'all tonight. I am Mandy T, sent $20. Thank you so much, sis, for the super chat. I appreciate it. So I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about the Tyshawn Lee situation, okay? I've gotten very, very close to this case. And I've been wanting to do an update on it, but I feel like this is the perfect time to do the update just for the fact. It's been a lot of, like, judicial stuff going on. We have Tekashi 6ix9ine being found, you know, guilty and sentenced. We have Donald Trump, you know, getting that impeachment. And then we have the Tyshawn Lee case. So if you guys do not remember, Tyshawn Lee was a 9-year-old kid back in Chicago. This was 4 years ago. And basically, there was a lot of gang stuff going on. And the guy who set up the whole killing, he had assumed that Pierre, who is Tyshawn Lee's father, he assumed that Pierre had his brother killed and his mother shot. Because what happened is that basically, okay, let me not go too far, okay? They assumed that Pierre did it. Long story short, Pierre had nothing to do with it. This is how I got really connected to the case. I did a video when everything first happened where I talked about it. I did a few videos actually on my news channel. So I was talking about the situation, talking about what happened. Then we had all the drama with his mother. I think her name is Carla. She was doing the GoFundMe, and then she took all the GoFundMe money and bought a brand new car, and everybody was dragging her for it. Then the father set up a GoFundMe to try and sell t-shirts so he could get some money because Carla took all the money and didn't give him any. But Father Flanagan in Chicago, they paid for the whole funeral. So at that point, everybody was like, well, what is all these GoFundMes for? Like, y'all are doing a bit much. So anyways, in between that, Pierre's going from platform to platform. They got him on Chicago radio. They got him on Chicago TV. And I'm watching this young man, and I'm like, yo, this dude is about to snap. While y'all are sitting here parading him around, the only thing he's ever known, this is his child. He's the one who's been taking care of Tyshawn, and he needs to get into counseling. He needs to get some help before he ends up snapping. So I said that in the video, and then what ended up happening is, like, I want to say maybe a month later, Pierre caught he was getting really harassed on Facebook, right? By the killer's girlfriend and a bunch of other people. They were just saying a bunch of shit to him. He ends up catching them slipping. He ends up shooting 3 people, right? So Pierre ends up locked up. He's in jail. So it was just like, it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, long story short, before he went to jail, Pierre seen my video. And there's a woman, and I didn't know her at the time, but I guess she would watch my videos sporadically. And Pierre sent her my video and was like, get a hold of this girl. Everything she was saying is the truth. I wish I'd have seen her video before I acted on it. And so she ended up reaching out to me, and she has been knowing Pierre since they were young. They were pen pals at one point. And so she was trying to help him out because she was like with the church ministry group, right? So she didn't even know all this was going on until it hit national news. So me and her have been like in contact with each other for like the past 4 years, and she's just been keeping me up on the case. So just to kind of clear up some stuff, Pierre was the one who was taking care of Tyshawn Lee. Pierre had Tyshawn when he was 15. Carla is grown. She's way older than Pierre, okay? So she got pregnant, like really with statutory rape, because she was like in her 20s when she got pregnant by Pierre and had Tyshawn Lee. So Tyshawn stayed with the father. They were raised almost like brothers, okay? He walked Tyshawn to school every morning. He lived with Pierre and the grandmother. So he wasn't like some deadbeat dad. So I want to clear that up. And he wasn't doing the GoFundMe money to just try and get money. Because at that point, you know, they didn't know where all the funds were coming from, if there was going to be money to pay for the funeral. He was just trying to get help. Pierre is the one who had custody of Tyshawn, who was taking care of Tyshawn. Carla was doing her world star hip hop bullshit, okay? So, long story short, what ended up happening is that the killer's brother, he got out of prison and he wanted to like change his life around. He wanted to stop gangbanging. And so they had a meeting to try and diffuse the situation between the gangs. So what ended up happening is while they're in that meeting, the mother is there. She drove the brother that got out of prison. She drove him to the meeting. They're all in the meeting talking about doing a truce on the south side of Chicago. You know, the brother's saying he doesn't want to gangbang anymore. You know, forgive him for his wrongs. He'll forgive other people for their wrongs. Well, come to find out, the killers were in that meeting. This is how evil and demonic people are. They knew he was going to a meeting to try and set a truce. The killers were also there. So as he's leaving the meeting thinking everything's all good, they end up shooting the car. They end up killing him. They wound the mother. And so the guy who's behind the whole setup, let me see if I have his name. It's so many names. Morgan. Morgan is the guy who's behind the whole setup. Corey Morgan. It was his brother, right? So he had assumed that it was Pierre, Tyshawn Lee's father. Come to find out, okay, this is how everything has come out, okay? I know like the whole backstory because I'm just trying to remember everything that she's told me over the past few months. Come to find out, Pierre really had nothing to do with it. Yes, Pierre was a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? He was born in that neighborhood. He did gangbang. We're not saying Pierre's innocent. Pierre has done his share of dirt. But he had nothing to do with Corey Morgan's brother being killed or his mother getting shot. But Corey just swore up and down that Pierre had to have something to do with it. And then they also had some issues with Carla as well. So, for whatever reason, they weren't able to kill Pierre. Because they were initially looking to kill Pierre. They weren't able to. And they happened to see Tyshawn. Tyshawn just happened to be playing outside by himself. He knew the killers because Corey Morgan was cool with Carla. So he knew him. So when he went up and started talking to him, Tyshawn didn't have his guards up. He's looking like, oh, that's my mom's homeboy. So he's talking to them. And so they basically end up luring him into the alley. And they're like, oh, we want to show you something. You know, come with us back here to the alley. Tyshawn's not thinking anything. So when they lure him back to the alley, he pulls out the gun on Tyshawn. And Tyshawn, at that point, he starts begging for his life. This is all in the court documents. This is what Corey Morgan, Boone-Doty, and the other guys, because it's 3 of them, it's 3 guys total, are admitting to doing. So basically, Tyshawn's like, no, please don't shoot me. I'll do anything. And he's trying to, like, you know, cover himself. And that's when they shot his hand. He was trying to, like, you know, block his face. They shot his hand. They end up just, like, shooting him a bunch of times. And it was just disgusting just thinking about what they did to that boy and how much that little boy begged for his life. Now, the one guy, he's the one who stayed in the car, so he didn't get as much time. They all got a lot of time, but he didn't get the most. And they end up driving off, only to find out that Pierre had nothing to do with it. Right now, Pierre is still in jail. He has not been sentenced for the shooting. Now, the 3 people that he shot, he didn't end up killing them at all. But they've just been keeping him in jail. And at this point, we think that they're just keeping him in jail for his own safety. I'm not sure. But after Tyshawn Lee was killed, those people were on their Facebook page talking about, yeah, we killed your son, fuck him. Like, you know, just being really, really disrespectful. And that is one of the things that just pushed Pierre to the edge. So it's just a really heartbreaking story, especially if you know, like, the back end of it. And I hope I told it correctly, because it's like, it's so much. It's like, it's even more graphic than I'm even telling, just because I don't want to get too graphic on this live because of YouTube. But the stuff that they did to Tyshawn, the things that they said to that boy while he was dying, I'm not even going to go there. Like, when she was telling me, like, the whole story, like, that shit had me depressed for, like, 2-3 days. Like, it's just so disgusting how evil people are. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys the news clip here of the sentencing hearing. So I want you guys to go ahead and check this out.
Those 2 men, Corey Morgan, 31 years old, and Boone-Doty, 26 years old, will likely serve enough time that they will die in prison. There is no chance of parole with these sentences. And Tyshawn Lee's family today said they're satisfied. They showed little emotion as the judge sentenced each to what likely amounts to the rest of his life in prison. The gunman who fired at point-blank range, killing 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, Dwight Boone-Doty, will spend 90 years in prison without the chance of parole. And the mastermind who wanted the boy killed in gang retaliation, Corey Morgan, will spend 65 years in prison.
I've been waiting for this day for 4 years. It's finally here, and I'm happy about it. I'm glad my son got what he deserved, and that's justice.
This case has rocked all of us in the city of Chicago, and quite frankly, the nation, with its heinous and horrific nature.
The murder of an innocent 9-year-old boy lured into playing basketball in a park by his killers, then to an alley where they shot him to death, drew international attention. An extreme example of the rampant, senseless violence in Chicago. Defense attorneys say Morgan and Doty are victims of their upbringing in that very neighborhood, raised without fathers. They argued for the minimum sentences.
Not one purpose has been served by the killing of Tyshawn Lee. Nothing. Lives have been destroyed. Lives are now going to be spent behind bars. And for what? For absolute nothing.
The 2 killers looked on with little expression in the courtroom as Judge Thaddeus Wilson said there is no excuse for the crime, calling it debilitating, mind-numbing violence. When Wilson asked each if he wanted to address the court, they declined. Tyshawn Lee's family says the murder has changed their lives forever.
You just remember past holidays, you know, wish he was here. Just keep trying to move forward to keep the family together.
Morgan reportedly rejected a plea deal before the trial started. He would have received 25 years. Instead, he was sentenced to 65 years. A third man was convicted. He actually pled guilty and did take that plea deal. Kevin Edwards now serving 25 years.
Okay, you guys. So she's texting me. We wanted to clear one thing up. Carla was not 20 when she got pregnant by Pierre. Pierre was 14, so he wasn't 15. He was even younger. He was 14 when he became a father. Carla was 17. So she was older than him. He was only 14 years old. So when you're talking about a baby raising a baby, that was the exact case with Tyshawn and his father. So they were extremely close. So the whole situation is just really sickening that adults would do something like that to a 9-year-old child. You know, and it's sad, and it just goes to show you, like, this is stuff that really happens, you know, like the consequences of gang banging and being involved in gangs. Like, there are real consequences to this. Now, you guys see these guys got, you know, double life sentences. The one guy got 69 years. And it's like, you guys did all this for what? Y'all took this baby's life for what? His father didn't even have anything to do with this situation. And even if he did, what does that have to do with a 9-year-old child who's innocent in the matter? You know, just goes to show you how evil people are. And that's why you have to be really careful what you put your energy towards, like I always say. Because sometimes the things that you know, are involved in, even though Pierre didn't have anything to do with this, you know, with his brother's killing, but Pierre was still a known gangbanger. Pierre, you know, did his dirt on the street. And what I'm saying is that sometimes as parents, even if you're not involved in one situation, but because it seems like your MO, it could come back to befall your children. And that's really the saddest part of this case. I mean, this has been like just 5 years, you know what I'm saying, of just information and, you know, keeping up with the case and everything. So I'm just glad that they finally got some type of justice, because it's just insane that stuff like this even happens. And I remember when it happened, it was like so much news. It went viral. There was so much coverage of it. And since then, I mean, it's been 5 years. Has anything really changed in Chicago? Has it gotten any better? I don't think so. The baby's killers deserve to be hung. End of story. I don't understand why the lawyer was upset calling them victims. Like, I think you need to choose a different set of words, because those killers were definitely not victims. The only victim in this situation was Tyshawn Lee and his family. So I don't understand that at all. Chicago is crazy. This is poor. This is crazy and poor Kanika. What happened? I don't know what happened with that Kanika Jenkins case, honey. After that blogger got killed, I was like, I'm good. Shit. What was his name? He was from Chicago. He had some really good videos. I forget his name. He did all the interviews. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. He was covering the Kanika Jenkins case, and then he ended up getting killed. And then they tried to say it was the best friend that killed him. And then the mama done put the best friend's name out there. Then they went and killed the best friend. Honey, it was a hot Chicago mess. Thank you, Zach TV. Oh my gosh, that's his name. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, that was a whole mess right there. Yeah, that was so creepy when that voice was calling him. And I think he was getting threatened. You know, he was getting too close, because near the end, that's what he was saying on his live streams. Like, I'm getting all these weird phone calls. My manager's getting weird phone calls. And then literally like 3 weeks later, he was murdered. And then his friend got killed. It was just a mess. So after that, I was like, there's something demonic about that Kanika Jenkins case, honey. I was cool. I don't want to know nothing else. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was the Rosemont Hotel, but she was still from Chicago. Yeah, that whole situation with Zach TV was sad. Who broke in his house? Oh, you talking about the people that he felt was after him? No, I'm not doing the video on it. This shit happened like 2 years ago. No, we gonna let Zach TV rest in peace. I'm not talking about none of that shit. I know nothing. I was like, hell no. I mean, I was keeping up with it through him, but when all that shit happened with him, nah, I'm good. It ain't that serious. Y'all need to go do your own research on that note, honey. He was at the hotel the night she was killed. Yeah, it's a lot of, trust me, that whole Zach TV, Kanika Jenkins situation goes deep. It goes very, very deep. But I'll leave that up to y'all. I'm not researching and talking about shit. Look, Real Neighborhood T said, that's right, T, leave that alone. Absolutely. I learned from the damn footsteps of other people, so that's why I'm not destined to repeat their mistakes, honey. Okay? So, obviously, somebody didn't want him covering the case, bitch, so why would I pick up the fucking torch? I'm good. Honey. Look, somebody said, moving on. Look, DNP84 says, just showing love from Houston, Texas, honey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that just goes on out here that it's really sad. It really is. Just, you know, you just gotta pray. That's how I feel like. You just gotta pray. You know what I mean? Like when you leave the house, pray that you leave and get to where you're trying to go safely and you come back safely. Because there's a lot of just evil shit out here. And it's really, really scary. And it's a lot of stuff. I remember somebody was telling me a long time ago, they were like going really deep and esoteric with me about Chicago, because I was asking them about what is wrong with Chicago. And I said it's deeper than the people there, because there's a lot of decent people, I will say, you know what I mean, that I've met over the years. Not a lot, but, you know, enough from Chicago. Then you got a section of people from Chicago that they come off very just evil and just mean and just, I don't know, like I don't know what it is. But anyways, we were talking and he was telling me some like real esoteric stuff. And he was saying like it's something about like, it's something about Chicago and something about Florida. But they were saying like it's something like the city was built on some type of portal. I don't know. It was just really deep, and I really don't even want to talk about it on camera because I don't even have the words for everything he was telling me. But he was saying that it was built on some type of like evil portal. And a lot of that stuff that's going on in that city, it's not necessarily, it's more of a spiritual battle, let's just say that, than it is like a human type thing, is what he was telling me. Yeah, vortex. Thank you, Ace Arcadia. That's what he was saying. It was like a vortex. Not like a portal like you can travel through, but like a vortex. He was saying it's some type of like demonic vortex that has to do with like this. He said it's in certain cities. And he was saying Chicago was one of them. And then he was saying that there's certain cities in Florida. That's why there's so much craziness. It's some type of vortex of evil. I don't know. He was breaking this shit down. It had me creeped out, okay? I don't know if y'all have ever heard that, but like he was talking about it like on some real esoteric stuff. And it kind of made sense. It kind of made sense. Like, see, the guy said, all is Chicago, the Bronx, and Florida. Lord, not the Bronx. Yeah, it's crazy. New Orleans is haunted. New Orleans is definitely haunted. I told y'all about that like a few live streams ago, maybe last year. Like every time I go down to New Orleans, like I see things all the time. You see spirits. Like, you see shit all the time in New Orleans. New Orleans is but it's very old land. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very old land. It's a very, very spiritual place. So you'll see shit. You want to go looking for some damn spirits? Go down to New Orleans. You'll see some shit, honey. The vibe in the Bronx is the same. Chicago and Detroit are the worst places in America. Jamaica, too. The case you know ain't correct way. You know what I'm... Oh, Lord. Yes, T, I'm not surprised if it's the Bronx. Yeah, the Bronx is wild. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the Bronx. But now, speaking of the Bronx, I want to touch on this girl before we leave here. Now, there was a young girl. What's her name here? Carol Sanchez. So if you guys remember, this girl's picture was blasted all over social media as a missing person. Her name was Carol Sanchez. There was an Amber Alert for her. Even Cardi B posted her picture on Instagram. Everybody was looking for Carol. You know, another black girl missing. They're probably trying to steal her organs. And then there's a kidnap video. So there was a street video showing her, you know, basically grabbed and kidnapped and thrown into a car. So her family was looking for her. Everybody was really concerned. I didn't post anything on my Instagram because I'm to the point now with a lot of these news stories. Unless I'm seeing like real valuable receipts, I'm just going to keep quiet. Because there's just been far too many Jussie Smollett. The Jussie Smollett effect is definitely in effect, okay? So what's going on is that basically it's come out that the girl lied. She basically staged everything. So we can call her Carol Smollett at this point instead of Carol Sanchez. So she lied about everything. And I'm going to go ahead and play you guys the video. Go ahead and check this out.
Carol, did you stage the kidnapping? 16-year-old Carol Sanchez walked out of the 40th precinct Tuesday evening with the relatives who spent the day searching for her trailing behind. None of them said a word. Can you tell us what happened? Around 11:30 Monday night, Carol was with her mother on Eagle Avenue in Melrose when surveillance video shows 4 men in a car pull up, grab the teen, push her mother to the ground, then drive off.
She was just screaming, my daughter, oh my God, someone please help me, please. And she was screaming hysterically.
The family lives in Dutchess County but have been staying with relatives in the Bronx. In the morning, the NYPD put out an Amber Alert and plastered the neighborhood with missing person posters. Then 15 hours after what looked like her abduction, Carol came back to the spot where she was taken and reunited with her relatives to their relief.
She's fine, thank God, she's fine.
Sources tell CBS 2 the teen turned herself into police on site and confessed that she orchestrated her own kidnapping.
Okay, so you guys just watched that video. And like somebody said in the comments section, all the old heads are getting Tawana Brawley flashbacks. She's the girl who claimed back in the day that's how Al Sharpton got put on. She claimed she was kidnapped, beat, and raped by 2 white cops and all this other goofy stuff. And it came out that she was lying. With this young girl, the thing that bothers me with this is that we have a lot of human trafficking going on. That's being discussed more openly now. We have young girls being tricked into prostitution rings, never being seen again, by their family or friends. And to have a young girl stage this kidnapping, I mean, like, how evil is that? I mean, I don't care what kind of beef you have with your mother, because she claimed that she did it because her mother was too strict. Her mother wouldn't let her live her best life. Well, you're 16. I mean, unless you got money to go buy your own, to go get your own place, pay for your own groceries, feed and clothe yourself, your mother definitely has a say in your life, okay? But the fact that she had 4 boys grab her, push her mother to the ground, and throw her in a car to make it look like a kidnapping, as a mother, I could just imagine what the mother felt. Imagine like the helplessness of somebody taking your child and there's nothing you can do, and you don't know if you'll ever see your child again. As a mother, watching that video was heartbreaking. And then to find out it was a hoax, I'm sorry. Like, I try my hardest not to go on kids because, their frontal lobes and all that shit haven't all the way fully developed. But she's a stupid bitch. I'm sorry. You're a stupid bitch. I don't give a fuck that you're 16. You're a stupid bitch. Who plays like that? Who puts their family and their community through that? Especially when you have young girls who really end up missing in the Bronx on a daily basis. Who plays like that? Can we just start calling all these attention whores what they are? Just stupid attention whores? She should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Period. If that was an adult who orchestrated an elaborate kidnapping like that, only to find out that it's a joke, you would go to jail. And you'd also be fined for wasting police time and police resources that could have been used to help a real victim. I'm sorry. This is bullshit. And y'all might say, oh, that's harsh. You're calling a little girl a bitch. I don't care. I'm over these attention whores. I'm over these Jussie Smolletts. Once again, it just trivializes the plight of black women. So many young black girls are out here abused. This is not funny to me. And I'm so glad I never posted any of her shit, because I wanted more information. 2 months ago, we had a little young girl. Now, she's 12. I'm not going to call her out her damn name because she is a baby. But we had a little young girl lie and say that 3 white boys held her down and cut off her dreadlocks. Only to find out she just didn't want to have dreadlocks. But then you done lied and damn near started a race war in your community. Like, at what point do we start holding people accountable for bullshit? Let's talk about it. Little Blazer says, shake my head, you're my favorite YouTuber, gorgeous. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate it. And we also have a new member, Reese Eats. Thanks for joining the membership. Somebody says, I think something was going on at home. Oh, I believe it. But they're also saying that she left so that way, her and her boyfriend, could get their smash on. She's trying to get some peen. Melanin Queen says, yeah, she needs her prefrontal cortex beat. I mean, it's the truth. Like, I just get so tired of this shit, man. It's not funny. It's not. And I feel bad even reading the comments. You got people saying, dang, I feel stupid. I prayed for this girl. I'm taking my prayer back. Like, people got emotionally invested in this story. And it just shows you how conniving, you have to be a really conniving person to come up with something like that. I don't care what was going on in the home. Something going on in your home, you run away from home, you leave, you do what you got to do. You don't sit there and stage a kidnapping. That was just, that's a bit much. Let's see here. Tallulah says, Tallulah87 sends a $10 super chat. She says, keep up the good work, T. Watch you for years. I'm so disgusted by this Carol Sanchez story. I read missing people stories every day. Most have no happy endings and are never seen again. Exactly. Bigger Than Myself 421 says, had her mom terrified. Also, I saw people saying, this is why you can't believe black people. You see that? People, I had to speak on that. No, you can't believe her. Great work, T. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, once again, it just makes, because anytime a black woman, does anything, it then we become this huge monolithic. See, you can't believe black folks. All they do is lie. No, she's a liar. This has nothing to do with other people who are really going through things. But that's what makes me mad is the fact that, people are pulling Jussie Smollett's. And he wants to get mad that he's being used as the name of this new phenomenon. It's not nothing new, but, he basically spearheaded this bullshit movement of just trying to create a bunch of noise and attention, knowing that you're lying about this situation. And y'all can say, well, she didn't know the story was going to go viral. It doesn't matter if she didn't know the story was going to go viral. The point is she still faked the kidnapping. Viral or not, she's all the way wrong. Period. Thank you for the super chat, Reese Eats. Let's see here. Jussie is a joke, dead ass. Gotta stop Smolletting. Her boyfriend is 23. That's a damn shame. I do feel bad for her because something bad could be going on, but she should be punished. Yeah, a lot of people have hard childhoods, but you're not faking kidnappings. So at that point, how bad is your life? If it's that bad, you're just gonna run away. You're not wanting the extra attention. You don't need the extra sauce, okay? I didn't have the best childhood. I'm not going to pile extra sauce on top of that by faking a kidnapping. I'm just gonna go, okay? This is coming from somebody who was a runaway. So miss me with all that. We all go through shit at home. Period. Now, black women are going to start getting the side eye for kidnappings now on. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Do you feel sorry for her a little? No. Did I stutter? I said what I said. I don't feel sorry for her because this is not funny to me. Because I don't realize how many stories I'm sent on a weekly basis about missing people, missing girls. This little girl's gone. Nobody has seen this boy in 4 or 5 months. Like, these are stories that run across my bootleg YouTube desk, okay? So I don't find it funny when this is a story that comes up and it goes viral, only to find out that, she was playing because she wanted to run behind some dude and get some peen. She could have just ran away and went and did that shit. T, that's why I have hung with you for 3 years now. Watch who you let in your circle. We'll continue to keep you lifted in prayer. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's enough of us missing. They really aren't going to care now. Her mom was right to put a lock on her with the 23-year-old man. Exactly. Her mom was doing what she felt like she needed to do to protect her daughter. And they're saying that, none of them are being charged. I think they all should be charged. And if the 23-year-old boyfriend was behind this foolishness, he should be charged as well. I mean, that's just real talk. How was her mom strict? Did she make her eat her vegetables? Did she take her phone away? Is she backtalked? Or was it something more serious? Right. But, nowadays you have kids who get mad if they consider abuse You taking away their phone. You taking away their Xbox. You really can't discipline these kids nowadays. So it's not like, it's like when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s where parents were just beating the shit out their kids. I'm not saying that parents still don't do that, you know, in this day and age, but it's not as common, okay? Especially with social media and all that shit. It's not as common. You'll see viral stories every now and then of stupid parents beating their kids on camera. But for the most part, I bet you anything, it was just, her mom was considered strict because her mom wouldn't let her see her grown-ass boyfriend and probably took her phone from her and probably, you know, God forbid, told her she couldn't hang out and, you know, she had to be in by a certain time because she was grounded. Like, anything you tell some of these kids, they're so sensitive because they don't understand the word no. Because we live in such a microwave society. I remember a few years ago, I did a video about the young girl who tried to kill her parents. She literally put like bleach or poison. She poisoned her mom's milkshake because her mom took her cell phone away. Some of these kids ain't shit, honey. Her mom was sending her to Honduras to get her away from her boyfriend. I heard that too. A waste of taxpayer money. People get time for that. I agree she should be charged. Yeah. She definitely, do I mean she should be doing the next 10 years in jail? No. Put her in juvenile detention. There should be some type of consequences. So that way she doesn't pull the same stunt when she's older. Yeah, I don't like little shit like that. Yeah, these kiddies out here be killing their parents. Savages, I tell you. She isn't Afro-Latina. She is Garifana. What is Garifania? I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Sorry. Little Goth Girl. Thank you for joining the membership. I appreciate it. I heard they were starting to GoFundMe to send her to Honduras. I was hearing that as well. Yeah, what is Garifana? I see other people asking too. I don't even know how to pronounce the word, honey. Is that a country? Belizean? I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've been on exactly an hour. Garifuna? Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, so what is it? I keep writing it. What is it? Is it a country? Garifuna is a sect of black people on the Caribbean side of Honduras. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Most people don't know that. So y'all are really mad at people because they called her Honduras instead of Garifuna. I've never heard that word until right now. Most people don't know. All you gotta do is educate people. Like, we never have to be condescending. Like, you know, that's the thing I can't stand when people come out so condescending. Like, oh, you didn't know this. You didn't. No, I sure didn't. Like, just educate people. Be like how that person just broke it down. I appreciate that. But, I mean, to get mad that people are calling her Honduras and Honduran and not knowing that she's Garifana, like, most people are not going to know that. It doesn't make people stupid. They just don't know. LOL, probably my favorite YouTube channel. Y'all know I just keep it real, honey. If I don't know something, I have no problem saying I don't know. But I'm willing to learn. Educate me. You know what I'm saying? Don't know one person, know everything, period. I don't care who you are. So Garifuna is black people. The black sector of Honduras. Perfect. Known as half the battle. G.I. Joe. Look, she's still black. Laugh my ass off. Let's see here. Hey, T, what about J.R. Smith? Didn't he cheat on his wife? I don't know all the details. I've been hearing. Let's see. Miranda Wesley says, I know it's not much, but wishing you a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Early Merry Christmas to you too, sis. Thank you. And we have another member in the house, T.O. Thanks for joining the membership. I appreciate it. When you come into New Orleans, I was just in New Orleans this summer. I'll be back for Essence. I definitely want to come back in 2020. There are Central American blacks, Belize, Hondurans, Costa Ricans. Exactly. There are black people all over the planet, honey. Everybody forgets before there was ever an American slave trade, there was a Caribbean slave trade. They dropped black folks from Africa off in the Caribbeans first. So yes, there's black people everywhere. Her mom should send her back after that stunt. I want to be a member. How do I become one? Somebody help Miss K Brown. Because I honestly don't even know where you go to join. We love you in New Orleans. I had such a good time in New Orleans. Like, everybody in New Orleans was so sweet to me, and I love y'all's accents, honey. They was coming up to me like, hey, baby, you that girl from YouTube, baby. I was like, yeah, baby. I love New Orleans accents. Okay, first and foremost, I got to say this, okay? I love my Baltimore tea sippers, because I done ran into a few Baltimore tea sippers at the airport last time I was flying. They were so sweet. Okay. Baltimore's rough, but y'all's accents... I love it because it's so different. These are like when people from Baltimore come to me, they're like, you that girl from YouTube. They're like, YouTube, like y'all, like the way y'all say y'all's use are so funny. That and Avenue. And I remember that dude's video went viral when he was rapping. He's like, on the avenue and the avenue, like the avenue and the people from Baltimore, the DMV, they have those strong accents with that. They be like, you that girl from YouTube. YouTube. I was like, yeah, that's me from YouTube. Who's in here from Baltimore? Shout out to my Baltimore tea sippers, honey. Those accents, the Baltimore accents and the New Orleans accents stand out the most out of everywhere I go. And even in the Bronx, too. Like, y'all's accents are strong out there. Like, I love when I go to New York and you hear, like, their strong accents. Like, yo, son, what's up, son? Like, you that girl from YouTube, son. You know, it's like the New Yorkers. But that Avenue, that Baltimore accent is so fun. They be like, YouTube, I be watching you all the time on YouTube. You that girl from YouTube. Look, this lovely tea from YouTube. I'm like, yo, them B-more accents are no joke, yo. At all. I'm from B-more. I hear nothing. Benny Keys from B-more had that dist. I remember that Keys girl. She went at Nicki when she first came out. Mm-hmm. That is too funny. Yeah, that and the New Orleans accents. I love New Orleans accents. Let's see here. Kendrika, says, I'm glad to see you happy. I can't wait for your lipstick line to come out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Treehouse is from Baltimore. I didn't know you was from Baltimore, Treehouse. Now I want to hear your accent. And then, hold on. Somebody said April lost custody of her kids. I'm not shocked. They'll be fine being raised with Omarion. Trust and believe. Baltimore in the house. Joy Love, born and raised. Yeah, I'm telling you. When they came up to me at the airport, I was like, hold up. Don't say nothing else. Y'all's from Baltimore. They're like, how you know? I'm like, listen to y'all's use. Them accents, boy. We are ghetto British. We pronounce two. I'm telling you, them accents are so funny. I love it. Not sure if you covered this. We talked about the impeachment earlier. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the stream. We did hit on that. Come to Jersey. No, that Omarion fragrance that I posted on Instagram, that was just a meme. He doesn't have a fragrance coming out. But it did look real though, right? I'm telling people be really on it with the Photoshop. You say funeral like you're from Baltimore? I know. But that's how we say funeral in my culture. So I don't know. It's like some of my words, people say it sounds like it's East Coast. Oh, trust me. I'm not going in on nobody's accent because y'all know how I pronounce my words, honey. I got my own little particular accent going on. What's up, Vicky? I will be in New York sometime in 2020. So we're working on that. I'm going to be doing like a lot of meet and greets in 2020. So that's my goal. We're trying to set them up, do professional meet and greets, do pop-up shops. So that way, like, you know, we'll do like a meet and greet. We'll have products there for people who want to purchase stuff from the skincare line. So I'm working on a lot of stuff for the new year. So I'm definitely going to make a trip out to New York since I didn't get to in 2019. Aaron, ironed, and iron. Mock every state's accents that I visited. Let me think. Yep, I did go to Phoenix. Phoenix, they don't have no accent in Arizona. Houston, y'all have an accent. Very, very southern. Very southern. Let's see here. Ali Too Sweet. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yes, I'm from Brooklyn. Strong Island got some strong accents. Yes, they do. They do. T, let us hear you say Lyra galore. Did I say it right this time or no? Lyra, Lyra, Layla, Leah. Florida accents. You gotta like, I like the Florida dudes from like the guys in Jayville. Oh my gosh, them country accents. What? That's the Florida, them real country dudes from Jayville. I like their accents. In Miami, I don't really get a lot of like the country accents. Miami's like all Spanish. You know what I mean? It's like all, you know, Latino, Caribbean. That's the accents I hear in Miami. But you go to Jayville, them is like some real Florida accents, honey. What about VA? I've only been to VA like twice. They just sounded regular. I didn't really hear too much difference. What accents do you find sexy? Southern accents are the number one for me. I love Southern accents, especially New Orleans or like Deep South. Like even like Carolina dudes, their accents are sexy. Atlanta accents can be sexy, but there's two different types. They're the ones that are like, you know, sexy country. Then there's the ones you can barely understand, but it's still sexy because you can barely understand them. So there be some of Atlanta. I like some Atlanta accents, but definitely New Orleans. I love New Orleans accents. And I like New York accents, like Brooklyn, the Bronx. I like those type of accents too. I like some that's just real different. Now in Cali, they have like their own, they have an accent too in LA, but it's like, it's not so much an accent. They just have like these weird words. Like they're like real smooth with their words, especially the dudes. Like you can just tell like when a dude is from Cali, like his swag, especially if he's from like Compton or like, you know, like West LA area. They just have like their own little swag, honey. I'm just saying. So yeah, they definitely have like an accent. It's like more like with them, it's like words that they say. The Valley girl accent, yeah. You got a lot of those in the Valley. The whole, oh my God. Yep, Cali does. But with them, it's like, it's more of the words than it is like a accent. It's more like the words, the way that they pronounce their words. It's like real smooth. Especially the guys like in West LA. Y'all are laughing. Cali people pronounce their eyes different. Yeah, it's so funny. Like, you know, you go to like different cities, how the things, you know, that separate people, like the, you know, certain things we might say in one city is so different. It might have a totally different meaning in another city. But then for the most part, too, when you go to these different cities, you see how much people have in common. You know, that's one thing I realized, like, going and, like, seeing the fashion in different cities, seeing how, like, different girls are dressed, how different women carry themselves. I think the girls who, like, whose fashion sense, like, really stood out to me, like, in a more sophisticated way, chicks from D.C. Y'all bitches can dress. But it's like a classy, like the way they dress in D.C., it's like a classy way. I was like really feeling like this shit. Like even when we went to the clubs and stuff, like y'all can still wear like, you know, sexy stuff, but it was like real classy with it. I was like, okay, D.C. I was really surprised, okay? Now Atlanta is like, it depends on where you go. You'll have like, there's like two parts of Atlanta. You'll have like the super bougie, everybody's wearing high-end everything. You know, and then you'll have like, you know, like the hood part of Atlanta, you know, where it's not as bougie, but like they like really turn it up with the way they dress. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is like super tight, super sexy. Everybody's ass is like clow. You go to Atlanta, you really feel like you have no ass, honey. Okay? Like, everybody in Atlanta is, like, just super thick. I'm like, damn, y'all some damn thick-ass girls in Atlanta. I feel like all bony and anorexic and shit anytime I go to a party in Atlanta. I'm like, everybody's, like, just so thick and, like, va-va-voom. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I love the way the girls in D.C. dress. Let's see here. Lizzie says, T, can you please review CBS's All Rise? I was so upset and triggered by it. I don't want to be biased before you watch, though. 5 episodes. I haven't seen that. What is All Rise about? I haven't even heard of that yet. I'm going to have to Google it. Look, Mia Pia says, yeah, everyone in Atlanta has a booty. Men with Mississippi accents. Ayy. I agree with you, T. She knows right from wrong, 16 or not. As a thin girl in Atlanta, I don't even bother going anywhere. Now, you can still go out. You can still go out. I still go. I don't give a damn. I'm still going to go have me some fun, honey. Hey, you thick, baby. I have a cute shape. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm, like, in the Midwest, I feel okay. You know what I mean? I feel like I got a cute little body. You know, I had 2 kids. I don't look bad. But then when I go other places, I be like, well, damn. I feel like I have nothing compared to these women. I'm like, I feel like I'm fucking bony. I'm telling you, they be like super thick in Atlanta. It's crazy. Let's see here. I've never seen a well-dressed DC person. Where were you at? I don't know, honey. We were in DC and we went to like a few clubs like near like I don't know if it's like their downtown area or something, but people were dressed really cute. The girls that we saw, maybe it was a fluke. Come to Alabama. What's in Alabama? No shade. I'm just asking. Because I know it's near Atlanta. Like, is there, like, any landmarks? Like, is there, like what's popping in Alabama? Because I be getting asked to, like, come to Alabama, come to Detroit. Y'all gotta let me know, like, what's popping? Like, what do y'all do in Alabama? Because I don't hear too much about Alabama at all. Lavella Crease says, cute shape. Girl, you got all types of boobs. Oh, my gosh. People come to Tallahassee. I've never been to Tallahassee at all. Ever heard an Alabama accent? I have. I'm thick on the west side, flat on the south side. No, I was, yesterday, I had posted on my Instagram. Look, Devin says, T is thick, don't let her fool you. Not compared to your favorite damn IG people. Lila, liar galore is thick. That's what you call thick. I'm bony as hell compared to them. You can hang in the A. Thick ass. You was a toothpick in high school. I know, right? I was. Boss Hagen 80. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I was straight up and down in high school, y'all. Girl, be yourself. I'm slim and sexy. Always sway out. BK, NYC. You know we dress up for real. Yes. I've never been to Buffalo at all. 850 in the building. Charleston. Oh my gosh, Geechee. Thank you, DJ Mezzy. Geechee accents. Oh my gosh. I love their accents because they remind me with certain words that they say. They remind me like West African words, West African accents. 2 of my really good friends when I lived in the Carolina, they were Geechee from South Carolina. Hilton Head, honey. Yes, Geechee accents. Oh my gosh. I need to make a trip back down there just because I love listening to their accents when I go down towards like Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head. We eat good in Alabama? Okay, that's what's up. Skinny girls are pretty as well. Yes, they are. Little booties matter. Yes, they do. That's why I posted that Whoa Vicky. Oh, yeah, this is another thing. Let me go ahead and rant real quick because y'all know my live streams, you know what I'm saying, are bipolar. The quickest way to get blocked off my Instagram is to tell me what I can and can't post. Don't ever tell me what I can and can't post on my Instagram. Somebody gonna say, why you posting this culture vulture? Why you posting Whoa Vicky? Because I can and I did, okay? Blocked. Don't tell me what to post on my damn page. I posted it because the shit was funny. And then when I came back and I showed the girls that I was like, oh, look at all the thick IG girls running the show. Whoa, Vicky, what thick is? Them big old fake booties, like that shit had me cracking up. And that's what I'm showing that, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, if you have no ass and, you know, like, well, Vicky, it's about confidence. You know, she's playing a character, she's ratchet, but at the end of the day, I feel like her small little, you know, wannabe thick booty looks good on her. And the fact that she hasn't gotten her ass done, she hasn't went and got breast implants, she's just who she is, that's fine. So there's definitely nothing wrong with being slim, you know what I'm saying, and not being curvy. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, you know Blockiana came out. That's the quickest way to get booted off my shit. Don't tell me what I can and can't post, honey. Because I like to have fun on my Instagram page and crack jokes. And if you don't understand my sense of humor, my Instagram page is not for you. If you're sensitive, if everything offends you, please, I beg you, unfollow. Because we like to have fun on my Instagram page, honey. We like to laugh. People don't never know what I'm going to post. It might be something serious for a minute, and then the next minute, it might be a man with no legs chasing somebody trying to get some ass. I post any damn thing on my Instagram. I don't give a shit. If it makes me laugh, I'm about to share that shit. Somebody said booty sold separately. Yeah, and I post whatever, honey. I have fun on my page. I can't stand miserable people. I'm like, damn, like, laugh. And it's like, we'll just start having jokes. Just like when I posted that girl today, I said, damn, Lizzo got these chicks out here gassed up because you had this dirty-ass girl in a dirty-ass thong walking through Walmart. Somebody was like, I bet you she smells like imitation crab legs. I have some comedians on my Instagram page. I'm telling you, my comment section on Instagram will have you dying laugh. When she said she smelled like imitation crab, I fell out. I dropped my phone. I'm like, y'all play too damn much. That's what I'm saying. So when people send me videos, if I find that shit funny, I'm posting it. So if you don't have a sense of humor, my page is not for you, okay? We like to have fun and clown and laugh. Any race can get it. Black, white, gay, straight, whatever. You wilding and you clowning, I'm posting it. We about to laugh. We about to do a quick roast, okay? Oh, my God. I will never understand why people just can't keep scrolling when they see things they don't like. Honey, that's too much like, right? They just want to complain. Because, you know, everybody needs attention. Why you never go off on me? That's a turn on. She's hot. I wouldn't let anybody go off on me but her. Yup, big ups to you. No, like, you want me to go off on you? No, you don't. Thank you, Tanika, for the $1. I appreciate it. That crab on the can. So, I love your laugh. Thank you. Shawty was on the watermelon like, bruh. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was crazy when she started twerking on the watermelon. I'm like, this girl needs to sit the fuck down. They should have called security and escorted her smooth out of Walmart. And then y'all see when the white lady seen, the white lady was like, oh, hell no. She was trying to cover up her face. I was like, man, this girl's doing too much. They be shooting they shot at T for real. Oh, my gosh. Your laugh gives me life. Thank you. Okay, I've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. Is there any last minute things y'all want to talk about before I get up out of here? Last minute questions or anything? We got another member. Pretty Tina, please. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Yeah, people do. They do anything for likes, especially with social media. T, talk about the 2010s. I'll stop after this, I promise. But Lizzo's ideas for that dress thing wasn't bad. It just wasn't for a basketball game. I wasn't feeling it. And like I said, I don't care if she was skinny or big. It just, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was cute. It just looked cheap. I follow your Instagram every day for the best content on there. And that's what I like. I like the fact that we can just talk about everything on Instagram. You know, just makes it easier. It's fun, you know, from like I posted about the impeachment to all that stuff. Streamy Awards. I didn't watch the Streamies, probably because I didn't get invited, so I didn't watch it. Maybe one year I'll be invited to the Streamies, but I didn't get a chance to see it. Because it seems like they only really fuck with like the big YouTubers, the ones who have like millions and millions of followers. Those are the only ones who get invited. They're the only ones who get nominated for anything. So, you know, yeah, I didn't go to that one. Boss Hagen 80 says, T, you're wifey material. Okay. Somebody's trying to spit their shot. Thank you. Can we get more ASMR? I told y'all about that on Instagram, what happened with me in the ASMR. Why I took down my video. Because I was so embarrassed. People got turned on. And I got so embarrassed because that was not my intention. My intention was to come and whisper and, you know, just talk to you guys like this and, you know, make sure you guys were doing okay. And, you know, I was playing with something. I was playing with, like, this toy that made noise. And people started equating the toy to a peen. People was talking about their nipples were hard. They were getting horny. Honey, that comment section was so filthy. I just privated the video and I never looked back. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm never doing ASMR again because it was not meant to be sexual. But because you guys turned this sexual, I got embarrassed. And that's why I've never done another video after that. So I don't know if I will ever come back and do it. I don't know. Like, I was so embarrassed because that was not my intention at all. I mean, it was like people who like were like, I'm not gay, but I'm like legit horny right now, T. And I'm like, yo, sis, like, what? The comments were crazy on that video. I was like, let me go ahead and just private this video before all the teens wake up for school. And they're like, oh, T has an ASMR video. And you go to the comments section. It's just a bunch of just perverted ass comments. So I made the video private, y'all. I was so embarrassed. I was like, no, never again. Maybe I'll try to do some mukbangs or something, but ASMR, no. I think my voice, I don't know, my voice gets very, very sexy when I speak at like a really low tone. Because when I was younger, people used to tell me all the time to do phone sex. You know, you should be a phone sex operator. You know, this was back in the damn 2000s, honey, because I don't even know if they still have phone sex operators. But that was like a big thing in like the 90s, late 90s, 2000s, you know, be a phone sex operator. And I used to get asked to do that a lot. Like, you should be a phone sex operator. You have like a really, you know, sexy voice. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. So I think maybe my phone sex operator voice got, you know, triggered somehow and came out because that was not the intention of the ASMR. I was saying a lot of positive stuff. I was giving positive affirmations and people turned to sexual. Look, somebody says you have one of those phone sex voices, $5.99 a minute. I do. And it was just, I did not expect that. I was so embarrassed by the comments and I felt so bad. And I didn't want the ASMR community to come for me like, oh, this girl, she's making a joke of ASMR. This supposed to be helping people, you know, sleep and relax. And, you know, this girl done turned this sexual. When I did it, I didn't say anything about sex. I was literally just, this is my little contour, but I just had like a toy in my hand. And I was just going like this. And I was just whispering, and people were like, oh my God, it feels like you're jerking me off. Those comments were so embarrassing. So after that, I was done. I was like, never again. Hell no. That wasn't what this was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be positive affirmations, but between me playing with that banana toy and whispering, it triggered y'all, honey. And so, no, I was like, that's why that video, and it was so funny because, you know, I felt, you know, I was trying to get in the mood. So I shot the video late at night. I started shooting like at midnight. So I was like, okay, you know, we'll shoot. It's dark, you know, all black backdrop. And so by the time I got done editing, it was like, the video appeared on YouTube at like 1 in the morning, You know the freaks come out at night. So I think maybe if I'd have put it out at 1 in the afternoon, it probably would have had the same type of comments. But literally, I'm in like a black backdrop. You know what I mean? Just being myself. And yeah, the video was uploaded at 1 o'clock in the morning, me whispering. And honey, that comment section went left. Like the first 4 comments were like, oh, T, this is cool. This is something different. Honey, after them first 4, I came back. I was like, what? Them freaks ran to that comment section and they turned it upside down, honey. They turned it all the way upside down. But hell, if YouTube keeps on going the way that they're going, messing with people's channels and shit, I might have to start a 1-800 YouTube phone sex line on my channel. I'm gonna pull a Trish Paytas. How she be doing all that freaky shit for change on the internet. I was on her Instagram one day and she was just butt ass naked on Instagram. I was like, really? Just a naked ass picture of Trish. And her shit don't get flagged. It don't get taken down, nothing. But let me post something. They're always taking down my post. Somebody said 1-800-HOT-T. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. That girl's a trip. She gets away with all types of shit. See, she'll get away with a lot of stuff that I would never be able to get away with. Trust and believe. Make a separate ASMR channel. I gotta figure out something for my other channel. YouTube basically demonetized my whole news channel. But I did talk to my YouTube manager and they said that they would like remonetize it if I start using it again. But I'm like, what am I gonna do with it? I can't post news because y'all don't approve anything. So I gotta figure out what else I can do with that channel. So maybe I can do some mukbangs or something on there. Or phone sex. I'm just kidding. Let me see here. Kimberly says, you girl 6T, that's about to be your new hustle. Oh, the movie Girl 6. Thank you, Kimberly, for the super chat. Little Eyes says, get your T-Boz voice on, T. Thank you. Talk about Eddie Murphy coming back to SNL for the first time in 35 years. I didn't even know that. Somebody said Trish is showing her botched titties. How you that rich with such a horrible boob job? Oh my goodness. Y'all are going in on her. Phone sex mukbang. Oh, that's interesting. They don't be talking about nothing on the mukbangs. They just be eating and chomping down. How do y'all feel before I leave? How do y'all feel about Kevin Hart? You know he's coming out with the new Netflix documentary. I have no plans on watching it because I really don't like Kevin Hart. And it's very rare that I say that about a celebrity. I'm not a fan of his. I've tried to like him, but something about him is just so disingenuous. Like I can't even stand to like watch his comedy anymore. And this is somebody who done paid to go see Kevin Hart live, okay? You know what I mean? I used to be a supporter of Kevin Hart, but it's just something about him that just irritates me. But he has a new Netflix show coming out where the wife is crying about Kevin Hart cheating on her when she was pregnant. I don't feel bad for her, bitch. Now you know how Tori felt when you were creeping with Kevin while she was married to him. You see how karma works? I don't feel bad for Nico, a.k.a. Miss McRib, at all. I laughed when I seen that clip. I said, oh, why they got the sad music playing? Didn't you do the same thing to his previous wife? It's funny how people love to be victims once they get treated the same way that they allowed their man to treat another woman. Now we're supposed to cry tattoo tears with you? I think not. I'll save my tears in my eyeballs. I won't be watching that shit. He ain't gonna get no views off of me. Somebody said I've never laughed at Kevin Hart shit. I'm not a fan of his either. I feel the same way, T. I went to one of his shows with my mama too. He's not that funny. And he seems to treat his women like trash. Yeah, I agree. It's somebody's character that's really fake. And that motivational podcast that he calls himself trying to start, I'm definitely not into that at all. I feel like somebody said in the comment section, he wants to be Will Smith. You know how Will Smith, I feel like when Will Smith, does his motivational speeches and he does his motivational videos and stuff, it comes off as genuine to me. You know, it comes off like he's really giving you like advice. It's coming personal, like he really wants to see you do well. Kevin, when he does his motivational stuff, it just seems like he's just talking. Like he doesn't believe what he's saying. And he's only going to give you enough information to make you feel good, but he does not want to see you do better than him. Period. That's the vibe I get from him. I don't think Kevin Hart is genuine at all. But I like Will Smith though. He's honestly just not funny. He relies on old, unfunny jokes. Smells like a has-been to me. I think, you know, at this point, he's trying to reinvent himself. And I don't know why, because it's not like his movie roles are drying up. I mean, he's still booked for a lot of stuff. He just came out with Jumanji. I'm not watching that either because I'm not into remakes. I will stick to Robin Williams' version of Jumanji, okay? Y'all's not going to ruin my childhood. That's what Hollywood is not going to do. You're not going to ruin my childhood. So I don't support remakes like that. But, I don't know. It's just something about Kevin Hart. Put a teacup if you're going to watch his documentary. I just have no plans on watching it. I'm not interested at all. So nobody is? Okay. Not one teacup? Okay. Like, I'm over here looking to him like, I don't see not nan teacup. So nobody's really interested in it. Okay. Look, crickets. I see a bunch of corn. No for corny. No teacups. Yeah, when I seen the trailer, I was like, miss me with this bullshit. I'm not watching it. Knick-Knack said, hi, you're funny, T. Ain't nobody watching that. Exactly. What about Steve Harvey and hanging with Mr. Cooper's stolen jokes? I seen that interview today. I'm going to tell you this. I like Mark Cooper. Is that his name, Mark Cooper? I think it is. Or is it Mark Curry? What is that man's name from hanging with Mr. Cooper? I think it's Mark Curry. I went to go see him live. He came out to Minneapolis. It was like him and a bunch of other comedians. This was a few years ago. His ass is funny as hell. I'm talking about, I didn't know what to expect with him because I hadn't seen him since hanging with Mr. Cooper. So I was like, okay, whatever. But when I tell you out of all the comedians that were there, he was the funniest. And I like comedians that are like really impromptu where you know they didn't write it. There was a girl in the audience because we were sitting pretty close to the front row. So there was a girl in the audience, right? And she wasn't sitting too far from us. I don't know how he spotted it, but she had a big ass bag. I'm talking about she could have put a damn semi-automatic pistol in that bitch. That's how big her bag was. And Mark Curry, that's his name. He jumps off the stage and he goes and grabs her bag. He said, what you doing in here with this big old slave bag? And he grabs it, he puts it over his shoulder, and he starts acting like he's like picking cotton. He's like, wade in the water. He starts singing like Negro spirituals. I'm talking about he had everybody crying, laughing at the show. Like, he is really funny. He had me die. He grabbed her bag and he was like walking for a minute with it. Just, acting like he was picking cotton and shit. And it was just so funny because it's like, why the hell did you bring this big ass bag and this big ass satchel? It didn't go with shit that she had on. He grabbed that big ass bag. Mark Curry is funny. Now, this was probably like 5-6 years ago, and I'm still laughing from that memory. That's how funny his set was, and it was so impromptu. Because like I said, this was just a random girl from St. Paul, and he went and grabbed her bag out the audience. That shit had everybody in tears. He had me cracking up. So when he says that Steve Harvey stole his bit, I'm not surprised because he's so underrated as a comedian, but he's just naturally funny. And like when I tell you, I was so shocked that out of everybody that came, because I forgot who, at this point, I don't even remember the other names. I remember that guy with no neck. I think he lost a lot of weight now. Lavelle, the one, he be like, I ain't got no neck. Him, he was there. Bruce was there. Some more was there. So it was like some big name comedians. Y'all remember the one with the no neck? What's his name? Lavelle or some shit? Him. They were all funny, but I'm telling you, Mark Curry had everybody in stitches. So I believe when he said that Steve Harvey stole his shit. Mark Curry don't play at all. Lavelle Crawford, that's his name. I couldn't think of his name. I knew it was Lavelle somebody. He lost weight, though, because I seen him on Vlad TV. And you can see his neck now. I said, well, damn, okay. We see you, boo. He got a whole new neck. Back in the day, if y'all remember Comic View when we was younger, when Comic View used to come on, that was his whole stick. I ain't got no neck. It was just head and shoulders. That was it. But he done lost a lot of weight. He's lost a lot of weight. Why y'all saying Benzino? Oh my God, are y'all saying Benzino? You can tell that's the younger generation. I say, who's the guy with no neck? They all scream out Benzino. The older folks are like Lavelle Crawford. Head and shoulders, head ass. Comic View, that was the shit back in the day. Do you like DC Young Fly? I don't have an issue with him. I think his comedy's hit and miss. But I have no issue with him. He does a lot of screaming though. That shit's weird to me. I don't like all that screaming he be doing on Wildin' Out. The few times I've seen it. Comic View and Def Comedy Jam. Those were the days, yeah. They don't have anything like that anymore. Somebody said maybe next year. What happened to that criminal? The one with the big ass neck? Has he been released yet? And wasn't that his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was that criminal dude. He had that big ass neck. I think they were calling him, or were they calling him No Neck too? And then they gave him, like, he got verified on Instagram because his neck went viral. He dropped a mixtape. And then he started doing songs with that white boy with the long ass giraffe neck. And they were calling him No Neck and Long Neck. Y'all know who I'm damn talking about because I done post him on my Instagram. He got a big, thick neck, and he's locked up right now. He gets locked up every 3 months for some foolishness. But I think now they done sat his ass down. They got tired of seeing his big neck ass coming in and out they damn jail. So he's in jail again because somebody sent me a video not too long ago talking about, can you post this? They need to, Wide Neck. That's his name, Wide Neck. They're like, they need to free my boy Wide Neck. I said, if you don't go sit your ass down, Wide Neck done had a lot of damn chances. I don't know his real name. The mugshot, that's his real name. The mugshot guy is Charles Dion McDowell. Well, I'm going to keep calling him Wide Neck. That's how we don't know him as Charles. We know him as Wide Neck. Oh, Suge Knight. Y'all see Suge Knight? He done got big as hair. You see with his picture and his daughter? He look like a meme. I was like, first of all, Suge Knight done got big. His daughter took up this much space in the picture. Suge Knight was like... Suge Knight took up half the picture. Then you see his daughter. He got on them glasses. I said, Suge Knight is he is milking this blind thing, honey. He wants y'all to know he can't see in either eye. That was a funny picture. I said, damn, Suge Knight eating real good. I guess he said, if you can't beat them, join them. Somebody said, please, T, you're killing me. I'm over here wilding. That's the lady from Friday After Next. Unk's girl. No, that was Suge Knight's daughter that was next to him. Yeah, he eating real good. I said, Suge Knight has always been a big dude. But, he's gotten wide on all sides. That's what the fuck happened to Suge Knight? He's like 400 pounds. Suge Knight done got big as hell. Then he had them little teeny tiny glasses and shit. Then, what was that? The three blind mice glasses and shit. I was like, all you need is a fucking cane and shit in the picture. I said, Suge Knight is going to play this blind thing in hopes of getting out early. He eating too good. I'm like, what the fuck is they feeding Suge Knight? He blew up. Somebody was like, that's a wide-ass Negro. They were dragging him on the shade room. I was cracking up. I'm like, why is Suge Knight taking up half the picture? Somebody said he was eating inmates. Oh, hell no. If y'all have not seen the picture of Suge Knight, y'all go, let me see if I can find it. So y'all can laugh. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Y'all gonna laugh when y'all see this picture. He look all big and wide. And then he got on these glasses. And everybody's talking about it on social media. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all gonna laugh. I put in Suge Knight with his daughter. Why are all these baby pictures coming up? Okay, here it is. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Here goes the picture. I don't know if it's going to pop up really big, so let's see. Oh, here it is. It's not too big. That's the picture of Suge Knight and his daughter that's going viral all over social media. Look at his glasses. When I seen that picture yesterday, I fell out. I said, damn, Suge Knight is eating good as hell. He said, if you can't beat him, you got to join him. I'm dead. Yo, T, I'm crying. Someone said he ate the other inmates. Damn, he got big as hell. Y'all thought I was playing? Because like I said, we all know Suge Knight is a big dude. But damn, what the hell happened in the span of 2 years? That man's a good 400 pounds. Did he eat the warden? And they got him little ass glasses. I'm like, damn, Suge Knight done punked everybody out their food and commissary. He's eating everybody's lunch. No, the picture's not Photoshopped. That's really Suge Knight. Look, somebody say he looks like Thanos. He do. He trying to collect all the damn rings in the prison. With them big ass glasses. He eating all the bologna sandwiches. Yo, I fell out when I seen that picture yesterday. I said, what in the world? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You gonna eat your cornbread? I remember that from Life. That was so funny. I remember that movie. Bad Boys 3 is coming out with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. That's gonna be interesting. Gourmet top ramen. Yeah, that whole situation's a hot mess. I swear it is. Well, I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad I left y'all with some laughs. Leaving on a high note. I know the chat is wilding right now. So I know it's getting late. It's 11:18 here. I know it's midnight where some of y'all are at. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to log off. But thank you for joining me tonight. I'm glad that we were able to do the stream with no interruptions, no lags or nothing. So I'll definitely come back again. It's been kind of a slow news week. So I'll probably do another live stream this week. You know, if nothing else comes up. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to get ready to get up off of here. Good night, you guys. I'll talk to y'all later.